Isn't it funny how the show makes America look so bad? Like Americans are the worst people in the world, even worse than the aliens or whatever you want to call them that we're attacking, okay? So the show, before I get into the review, okay? Gate episode 2. At one point, they had the president of the United States, all right? They had the camera in there, and he was having a little side talk. And he was saying, basically, that he wants to go in there and get the resources from that world. Because it's a whole new world with lots of new resources. Wouldn't it be amazing if we, America, go in there and take all their natural resources? It's making fun of the fact that Bush went to Iraq. Well, he didn't go himself, but he brought the country to Iraq. So invaded so that we can get some oil and some resources. So it's making fun of that, but it's taking it one step further and making us look like bad guys in terms of Americans, because the president says like, oh, well, we don't want to affiliate ourselves with the Japanese. We're gonna wait until they go there and experiment, maybe get killed off, and then we send our army in there. So I just thought it was very funny, and I think like the only purpose of that, unless the United States government at one point in the show goes in there and has an impact on what's happening. If we don't hear about them ever again, then the only purpose for that scene was to make fun of America. There was no other purpose if we don't get to see America again in the series, which I doubt. I think it's just gonna be Japan versus this new world. So yeah, they were pretty much making fun of Americans. Moving on from that, this episode was a bloodbath. Just a bunch of people just died. A lot of people. And I'm not talking about aliens or monsters, because there were like a few dragons, yeah, that got killed. But for the most part, it was all humans. So it was confirmed that the people from this other world are humans. And it seems like they're living in an alternate past. In like a past where the Japanese army already knows about their dragons and some of the creatures from that world, because they're myths in our world. But it's real in this world. So it's almost like a mythical kind of alternate universe from the past. Very interesting. But yeah, they are humans. Most of the people there are humans. Man, what a crazy... There were, I don't know how many Japanese soldiers there were, but over 100,000 of the people from the New World got killed. Like that. I mean, that first army that went in there, within seconds, they all got destroyed. And there wasn't even one casualty from the Japanese side. Wow. I mean, the technology is insane, man. They were literally just sitting ducks there. It was a bloodbath. The saddest part was when the soldiers were trying to block the bullets with their shields, but little do they know that those bullets are gonna penetrate anyways. Man, that was tough to watch. But I mean, it was good that most of the episode was all action. That's cool. When you have an episode, it's just jam-packed with a lot of action. Awesome. Now we get introduced, we get to learn who the villain is for the series. He might not be the final villain, but right now we have a villain. And it's this emperor guy who, he pretty much sets all this up. He wanted all the different like regions and their leaders to go in there, their armies to go in there, get destroyed. He knew they were gonna get destroyed so that he can go and burn off their cities or their villages. Messed up guy, completely messed up. He doesn't want any sort of resistance to his kingdom. So this guy's messed up. Now the Japanese, they held up signs that said like, don't come in, we're gonna shoot you if you come. In one way, I was like, all right guys, they can't read, obviously, they can't read Japanese. But at the same time, it's very clear that these guys wanted to kill the Japanese. I mean, they were just going in there. If they wanted peaceful talks, they would have sent one guy, but they didn't. They sent the whole army. So at the same time, I didn't feel bad that they got killed, because again, they attacked us. They attacked the Japanese. So, and a lot of innocent people died. So at the very least, the Japanese are sending a team out to have peaceful negotiations or peaceful talks with the villages, which is where our main character, who was just promoted to commander of his little group, which is a very small group. Yeah, he was just promoted. So we're gonna get to see more about him. And he's still talking about the days that, oh man, I wish I was able to go to the convention, blah, blah, blah. But I still like this guy. So far, I'm enjoying him as a character. He hasn't said too much in this episode, but we did get to see more back end from the world and what the motives of the king or emperor, whatever you want to call him, are. Now, in terms of the predictions for the next few episodes, we did meet an elf-looking girl, so I think she's an elf. There must be different classes, just like Sword Art Online. There must be like different classes of humans, and actually similar to Game of Life, one of my favorite TV shows, actually made by Madhouse Studios, one of the best studios out there. No Game on No Life, and you had the different levels of races, different races. So it might be something similar in this anime. I'm liking it, I'm enjoying it. I'm probably gonna end up watching it for the rest of the summer season. I think there's only been like 2 or 3 shows that I've dropped so far, which I'll talk about them when I do the review. But no, this is not one of those shows. This I am watching Gate. I'm enjoying it, unless they dip and it goes from action and amazing into some sort of like side story where we'll see how it goes. But so far I'm enjoying it, and I want to know, are you enjoying it too? Are you liking this show? Are you gonna continue watching? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Fuck that bitch.